If you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your money. People always ask me where they should go to work, and I always tell them to go to work for whom they admire the most. Accounting is the language of business. It's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that likes to make easy things difficult. Investing in yourself is the best thing you can do. If you've got talents, no one can take them from you. Always invest for the long term. The greatest investment a young person can make is in their own education, in their own mind. Because money comes and goes. Relationships come and go. But what you learn once stays with you forever. Never ask a barber if you need a haircut. If you aren't thinking about owning a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. Never depend on single income. Make investment to create a second source. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. Keep all your eggs in one basket, but watch that basket closely. Life is like a snowball. The important thing is finding wet snow and a really long hill. What the wise do in the beginning, fools do in the end. If past history was all that is needed to play the game of money, the richest people would be librarians. The best investment you can make is in yourself. An investor should act as though he had a lifetime decision card with just 20 punches on it. A public opinion poll is no substitute for thought. Forecasts may tell you a great deal about the forecaster, they tell you nothing about the future. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Games are won by players who focus on the playing field, not by those whose eyes are glued to the scoreboard. Someone sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. You've got to keep control of your time, and you can't unless you say no. You can't let people set your agenda in life. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours and you'll drift in that direction. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. Wall Street is the only place that people drive to in a Rolls-Royce to take advice from people who ride the subway. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. We don't have to be smarter than the rest. We have to be more disciplined than the rest. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. We all make mistakes. If you can't make mistakes, you can't make decisions. I've made a lot bigger mistakes myself. What we learn from history is that people don't learn from history. I learned to go into business only with people whom I like, trust, and admire. I am not a businessman, I am an artist. You never know who's swimming naked until the tide goes out. Don't pass up something that's attractive today because you think you will find something way more attractive tomorrow. If book knowledge made great investors, then the librarians would all be rich. The first rule is not to lose. The second rule is not to forget the first rule. Somebody once said that in looking for people to hire, you look for 3 qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if you don't have the first, the other 2 will kill you. You think about it, it's true. If you hire somebody without integrity, you really want them to be dumb and lazy. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Focus alone is not enough, putting in the time to commit is also crucial to achieve success. Tell me who your heroes are and I'll tell you how you'll turn out to be. I will tell you the secret to getting rich on Wall Street. You try to be greedy when others are fearful. And you try to be fearful when others are greedy. The most dangerous distractions are the ones you love. But that don't love you back. I try to buy stock in businesses that are so wonderful that an idiot can run them. Because sooner or later, one will. I never try to predict the market. I made my first investment at age 11. I was wasting my life up until then. Should you find yourself in a chronically leaking boat, energy devoted to changing vessels is likely to be more productive than energy devoted to patching leaks. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. Do not put all your eggs in one basket.